So hello guys, I'm Dhiraj. Let's begin 1.3. Structure of science. So structure of science refers to the organized framework or components of scientific knowledge. That is how science is built and arranged as a body of knowledge. We have seen in 1.1 what is body of knowledge. So let's go in detail. So structure of science explains what science is made up of. So imagine a structure. So what is there inside the structure? What it is made up of is we have to know. We can also say what are the components that form scientific knowledge. We'll talk about the structure of science. So structure of science refers to the organized components of scientific knowledge such as facts, components, principles, laws and theories. So we'll see one by one in detail. So first component of structure of science is scientific facts. Not facts but scientific facts. Remember that. Facts are observed and verified truths. They are obtained through observation and experimentation. So in 1.1, 1.2 and 1.3 we have seen repeated words such as observation and experimentation. So facts which are obtained or derived from observation and experimentation are called scientific facts. And we have seen the example, uh, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at sea level. This is a fact. Earth revolves around the sun. This is also a fact. So facts are the foundation of science. Science revolves with scientific facts. Okay, I mean it is full of scientific facts. Second component in structure of science is scientific concepts. Concepts are general ideas formed by grouping similar facts. So an amalgamation of similar facts will give rise to concepts. So they help in understanding and classification. So concepts help in understanding and classification. Example, cell, energy and matter. So these are the concepts. These are not they are similar facts, but when they group they form a concept. So it is concept help students think scientifically, not memorize isolated facts. So to help a person think scientifically we need concepts, not random isolated facts. Third component is scientific principles. Principles explain relationship between concepts. So first, relate all the components. First, scientific facts give rise to scientific concepts. Principles explain the relation between concepts. Okay, they describe how or why something happens. For example, Archimedes principle or the principle of conservation of energy. So these are examples of principles. Principles in the sense scientific principles. So principles are broader than facts but narrower than laws. Remember that. Since we are talking about laws, next would be scientific laws, of course. So laws describe uniform and universal relationships. They are based on repeated experiments, often expressed in mathematical form. So next component is scientific laws. So the laws are developed only after repeated experiments. Usually you will find mathematical forms and terms here. For example, Newton's law of motion or Boyle's law. Laws tell what happens, not always why it happens. Okay. So what happens, the laws will talk. Next is scientific theories, the fifth component. So theories will give explanation for scientific laws and phenomena. They are based on extensive evidence. They are tentative, not absolute. For example, when we talk about atomic theory or theory of evolution, A theory means it's not a guess. It is a theory will come only when you have full proofs or evidences, you have valid explanations. So only if the theory is well supported by theorists or scientists, or if it is tested and successful, valid, then it is called a scientific theory. And yeah, remember this, they are just tentative, temporary, not absolute. So remember this hierarchy of structure of science. You can remember it like this. First we have facts, scientific facts, scientific concepts, scientific principles, scientific laws, and scientific theories. Facts give rise to concepts, then principles shows the relationship between concepts, laws talk about the relationships between the principles, and it has mathematical forms, they describe universal relationships. And then theories, they are valid proofs, they give explanation for laws. Okay, so facts, concepts, principles, laws, and theories. If you remember this, you will understand the structure of science. So remember, don't get confused. Theory is not a guess. Laws are not unchangeable. Science does not depend on facts alone. You need scientific facts with a lot of combination. So theories plus laws plus facts will give rise to science. So science is a combination of multiple components. So we looked at 5 components. Okay, so combination of this will give you the structure of science. So remember, nature of science means how science works. Nature means characteristics. Structure of science is what science is made up of. So don't get confused. Thank you.